We're going to start with a concept that we're very familiar with here on Binge Watch, Kaos. Yes, it's the title of a new fantasy drama that arrived on Thursday, the 29th of August on Netflix. And here's a clip.
All the best things are human.
A line appears, the order wanes, the family falls, and chaos reigns.
They put poop all over our statue. Why would you think that that's funny?
Well, Hannah, who wouldn't want to see the redoubtable Jeff Goldblum doing his very distinctive shtick in a tracksuit as a Greek god? Well, you've got the chance in this. It's a new series. It's created by Charlie Covell, who was behind End of the Effing World, which we very much enjoyed. It's an 8-parter, and it's set on Mount Olympus, well, and on Earth, and it's, as you might have guessed, it's all about the Greek gods, the gods of ancient Greece, who were led, of course, by Zeus. And it's really well done, I've got to say. And in this, Zeus is kind of having a bit of an immortal midlife crisis. He spots a wrinkle on his face, and he just starts freaking out. So let's introduce the gods. I mean, I think if you do know about the Greek gods, and many of us will have learned about them in school, you'll enjoy seeing how they've kind of, what they've done with them here, because it's set in the modern world. So you've got Prometheus, probably the most shocking story from the Greek gods, isn't it? Because he stole fire to give to man, and as punishment, gets his liver pecked out every night by an eagle. Not very nice. Anyway, he's played by Stephen Delane. We've also got, you've got Billie Piper is cropping up as Cassandra. Of course, all her prophecy, she prophesies the future, but no one believes her. That's sort of her curse, if you like. You've got Orpheus and Eurydice, played by Killian Scott and Aurora Perrineau. And Eurydice is called Riddy in this. And her story, of course, was that she went to the underworld and Orpheus went after her to try and bring her back. But I don't think you necessarily need to know these stories. If you do, you'll enjoy what they've done with them. But it's just really nicely done. You've got Janet McTeer as Hera, Naban Rizwan as Dionysus. It's kind of, I guess he's kind of like the god of pleasure, really, isn't he? And I'm very much looking forward to seeing David Thewlis as Hades, the god of death. And you've also got a little bit of Eddie Izzard along the way. So it's highly original. I think it's ingeniously done. It's great fun. And I particularly like, Orpheus is a musician in Greek mythology and in this, but in this he's kind of like a rock star. And you see him performing his songs. And the music is quite Coldplay-ish. It's just really well done. Everything about it's well done. It's got lots of funny stuff and interesting characters. And for instance, the boat that takes humans to sort of the afterlife in this is like a ferry, a proper ferry, and they're all wearing life jackets, but it's all shot in black and white. It's just full of clever little touches like that. And above all, Jeff Goldblum, fantastic, having an absolute riot doing this as Zeus. So really different, and I very much enjoyed it. What did you think, Hannah?
Do you know what? It's as you say, it's got a bit of a stellar cast, hasn't it? Here, really, which is that alone makes it pretty brilliant. This really, for me, is not something I would classically kind of lend myself to and think, I want to give my time to this. It's just a bit crazy and a bit weird. But it's, as you say, it's really, really well done. And the cast kind of really turned my head. So I thought, do you know what? If they're involved in this, it's got to be pretty good. And there are those just small touches, those clever touches that just set it a little bit above, or probably a lot actually above some of its counterparts and some of the kind of things that we've seen before in a similar vein. And kind of the relationships that run through this always interest me, because it's just so different to anything that we live, like today. It's just sort of the sublime to the ridiculous in places. But again, I think the stellar cast absolutely pull the whole script off, and I suspect at some points they kind of had their input. That's my sense anyway, that they've kind of put their touch all over it, a sprinkle of gold dust, and definitely worth a watch even if you think it's not for you like I did.